What's up, everybody? Welcome to the EZPZ podcast. I'm your host, Shaun Johnston. Joining me this week, Dan.
What up, what up?
Wake up, Dan. Nick.
How's it going, guys?
Wake up, Nick. And very special guest, Alex Marean. What's up, Alex?
Hey, everybody.
What's up?
So, Alex, let's introduce you to the listeners. Let's just get to know you. Share a little bit about yourself. How do you know Nick?
Nick, I met through... I know I met you several times at different parties, and I would always forget because I would always be like blackout drunk.
It's been a few years.
I mean, that's how you party, right?
Definitely. I just remember a few times like being like, I know you, and you're like, yeah, you know me, Alex.
I've met you a couple times.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Okay, and how about Dan? Do you know Dan from more than just like Taylor, who's his roommate, or do you know?
I basically just met you through Taylor, I think.
Okay, sure.
And then, Shaun, we obviously met playing Magic at Mayhem years ago.
Did we meet before Mayhem, though? Was it Regal Hobbies? Or did you ever go there?
I went there when I played Pokemon when I was a lot younger, but I don't think I ever met you there.
Yeah, I went from Yu-Gi-Oh! To Magic at Regal Hobbies. And I did some Mage Knight, actually. Shout out to those clicking, whatever, like little miniatures.
So hero click
like Warhammer, kind of, but not really.
Yeah.
But anyway, totally met you playing fucking Magic, so that's cool that you're on the show now.
Hell yeah.
Share about like your hobbies or something about yourself that's kind of peculiar or interesting.
Yeah,
if there is anything. I'm just kidding. I was just waiting for Dan to take that. No.
I got a daughter. She's 3.5 years old.
None of us have a daughter.
Yeah.
So that's pretty interesting.
Her name's Evangeline. She's a little shit.
She's gorgeous, though. Everyone always says that.
Yeah. Last year for Halloween, she dressed up as Boo. That was my favorite. This year she was Elsa. She was cute and everything. Maybe it's just me being biased, but I really enjoyed the Boo costume because it was unique. Like nobody, you see like a billion other Elsas and Transformers and shit. And
whatever's
then there
hot that year.
was Boo, and she was like the perfect Boo too. And I was like, yeah, suck it, every other parent.
Dude, totally. And she's like fits that exact like. She has that personality and everything for Boo. It's perfect.
And she's half Asian, so she looks...
Yeah, I wasn't going to say it, but yeah. Okay, so cool. What kind of media do you usually consume? Do you watch TV? Do you watch movies? Do you go to the theater at all? Do you play video games? Do you listen to music?
I try and read a lot. I like music, obviously, but, who doesn't? But I'm definitely not as into music as you guys. I watch a lot of TV and movies, though. And
what's the last thing you watched that you liked?
Yeah, the last thing you watched streaming or even in the theater or whatever that you liked.
Oh man, the last new thing. It's been a while, but the last thing that I watched, I just rewatched Breaking Bad for like the 5th time.
Oh man!
Every time I watch that show, there's I pick up on these little things like the symbolism or the color schemes and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And it's great.
There was a cool... That's interesting you say color scheme, because there was an article that came out after the show they published about that woman that like stevia and her... What's her name?
Lydia.
Oh, what do you know? No, but every time she's in the frame... No, excuse me, it's Hank's wife.
Wife, Marie.
Okay. Whenever she's in the frame, it doesn't matter if it's just for a second or like a few seconds or minutes. She has that. There's purple.
Yes.
That's super interesting.
She's wearing purple.
Nice.
The quote unquote good guys wear orange a lot, like Gomez and Hank and stuff. You'll see orange on them a lot.
Okay.
That's so cool.
That's cool.
That's a director that knows what he's doing.
Yeah, there's a lot of really interesting things. There's a big post on Imager about the episode Ozymandias. It was like the 3rd or 2nd from the last episode where spoilers.
So good.
Dude, that episode, seriously would probably make me cry again if I watched it.
Yeah, spoilers. Hank dies.
Oh no! Listeners are so pissed. Unsubscribe.
If you freeze the frame and everything, the part where you see Jack shooting Hank, you see in the background the gun and where it's pointing at is going straight through Walter's heart and everything.
Wow!
There's a lot of really cool stuff. I think it was, what was the director? the guy that did Brick.
Yeah, what's his
Brothers
name?
Bloom.
It's like really
Ryan
annoying.
Johnson, I think.
No. Oh, of that episode.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
episode.
totally. Okay.
Rian.
He did Rush Hour for all of those.
Wait, what?
Didn't he do Rush Hour?
No, he's only done like 3 movies. He did
Oh.
Looper.
Oh, that's why I'm getting it mixed up because I love Looper. Holy crap!
Yeah, he did Looper, Brick, and Brothers Bloom. All you should, if you guys haven't watched those movies, you should watch all of them because they're great.
I totally agree, dude. Brick is unbelievable,
Yeah,
and nobody's ever seen it.
It's set in like a high school setting with these kids, but it's very noir.
Yeah.
Well, I've never seen it. What's it about?
Yeah, give a
I-
brief synopsis,
It's-
and like also a couple awesome stars are in there.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of good actors in that. There's but yeah, okay. So it's based in like a high school. It's like those old Private Eye movies where you like this girl walked into my office and like of all the offices it had to be mine. That sort of shit. But it's I don't want to give too much away, but it's about drugs and this sort of drug trade that's going on with
In the high school.
the high school, and then like there's an older guy too. But
Okay. Yeah, now that you guys are mentioning it, I do remember seeing it recently.
So yeah, give us what stars are in the movie?
Oh, there's Joseph Gordon.
Exactly.
Levitt, Nora Zahedner.
Dang, you could play movie.
Clark.
Doug goes to the movies or whatever that podcast is. Nice.
What's the? I can't think of the.
Or what, the Kevin Bacon game?
There's 2 Noahs in it. There's the kid that plays Dode. His name is Noah something, and then there's the kid that plays Tug. His name's Noah something.
Okay,
I don't
yeah.
remember,
But the main takeaway is Joseph Gordon-Levitt, as a child star almost, like teenage star.
I rewatched that like last year or something, and going back to it, it's just hilarious seeing his hair in that movie. Though.
Yeah.
Like,
It's
he's-
so different.
Yeah. He's not
Totally.
like put together like he is now. I mean, they're trying to make him look like a high schooler, but still, it's.
Do you like Joseph Gordon-Levitt, dude? Because I'm like over here like spewing how much I love him. But
He's
like,
not. I mean, he's good. He's a good actor. I've never thought he was like my favorite actor ever. I don't really have any favorite actors, I would say.
do you have an opinion on anything?
Now that I'm thinking about it. But no,
What about actresses?
For their acting abilities.
You've got to have.
yeah, totally. That's a good
Alone, yeah.
That's a good takeaway because
see, I don't.
that's crazy, man. You watch a lot of good movies too. Like you watch
But
a
I
lot
don't
of.
watch many, I would say.
Okay. So you keep up on the good ones.
He's very
I know that you
selective,
do.
right?
I can have. I feel like I can go to a conversation with you and we can like touch base on like 15 to 20 movies that
Yeah,
have
shoot
like,
back and forth.
right.
on what's
Exactly.
different.
Well, I feel like there's a lot of things that people take away from movies that are different too. Like there's some people that focus on the story. There's other people that focus on the acting, the writing, the directing, the cinematography.
Even soundtrack. You know.
Yeah, all that stuff. And so some people, they'll see a movie and they won't like it, but it's for different reasons than someone else who was watching it for a different reason and enjoyed that thing.
Totally. Good way. Well put. Good way to put it. Nick, how about you? When it comes to actors, do you have any like top 3 actresses even?
Actresses? I don't know. Depends. Like, recently I haven't really paid attention, but back in the day, like, I used to love Adam Sandler for some reason.
Oh, well, yeah. Who didn't in the 90s? But
Yeah.
then he just fell off a cliff.
And like Jim Carrey. I was into
Oh
Jim Carrey.
yeah, well everyone knows. I got him tattooed on my body like
Right.
once, twice, 4 times. Yeah,
Rock.
but back to go ahead.
I love
Sorry.
The Rock. I don't know why.
The Rock?
Yeah, no, I think he's good.
Lydia and I were
I
just
like what
talking
he's
about
doing.
The Rock. His first movie was The Mummy,
Yeah.
and we were just about to rewatch
I mean, I
it
think
the
he's
other
kind of
night,
like,
but-
he might not even be that good of an actor, but I just like The Rock. I
Oh,
support
dude,
what
I
he
think The
does.
Rock is great. I think
Yeah.
all pro wrestlers could be great actors. Like
Yeah.
it's just
That's
that's
their
how
job.
it
We were
works.
talking about this a couple
Yeah,
episodes ago.
for sure.
I mean,
Was
yeah,
it-
that's their job.
Wasn't John Cena in Trainwreck, that new...
Yeah, and he was
Amy Schumer
great.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I keep seeing that scene pop up where he's like insulting that, or like trying to like I'll fuck you in the ass. It's like, babe, your insult's just super gay.
Yeah, exactly.
No, that was really fun.
He killed it. You've seen Trainwreck?
Yeah, I have.
Okay, that's one of those movies that like we could totally watch as like a podcast and then like do an episode on because like
Yeah.
there's so much that happens in that like hour and a half span. And it's a rom-com, which
I love
usually
Amy Schumer.
isn't. Yeah, totally. That's what I was gonna say. A rom-com's like not normally my thing, but with Amy Schumer, she just kills it. And
I love her, dude.
Good guest spots like John Cena, totally.
Apparently, she used to date Anthony Jeselnik. Have you guys
Really?
ever watched like the roast or anything? He's
Yeah.
the
Who is that?
taller, skinnier, handsome looking dude.
A couple
I'll show you
episodes ago, I did a quote from him regarding the whole Paris thing and people like posting on social media about it. That was him.
Oh, okay, the comedian. Yeah, totally.
Yep.
Right on.
All right, Shaun. So you're late again to record today. What is that?
I was more than late this time. Like sometimes I'm like a few minutes late, or I'll get in like a little bit after Nick, get in the elevator because we have to come up to the studio here. But I was more than late today. I was like 20 minutes. I was texting Alex, our guest here, and Nick about it, but that I was actually going to be late. But the reason why, I get to my car at like 10:02, so we're supposed to record at 10 a.m. So I was gonna be 5 minutes late anyway. But I open the door. I'm like, what the hell? I look out into my car seat. There's like everything just all over the place. Like it was like a tornado ran through my car. Legit. Like there's stuff that was in my glove compartment,
Glove department.
glove department. All over the place. Everything that was in my center console, like there was like some medicine. I had some lotion in there. It was just like normal things you would have in your car. I think that's normal, isn't it? But anyway, that's
some tissues.
I was gonna say some tissues, some lotion.
Yeah, totally tissues. And some cough drops all over.
You didn't get the joke.
No, I guess I get it. Like masturbating, man. No, but like, what's even scary about it is
have you guys ever used that term? Carjacking.
Not like that.
Oh my god, are you real?
That's a term that people use.
So like they can break into other people's cars and just jerk off.
Oh no, that's what you do.
No, that's what.
So anyway, spoiler:
that's what you
my
do.
car got broken into.
Yeah, that's what a carjacking is. Like something jacked or taken from.
I get it.
Carjacking is actually just doing it in your car while you're driving. I've never done it because it would be so difficult to do.
I'm not going any farther on
prop
this.
up your phone,
I'm pleading the fifth. What's up, Alex?
I was just I had listened to the episode where your sister Shelby had her car broken into, and I was thinking about that at the time and not really yelling at my phone, but I was thinking, do you guys have renter's insurance?
Yeah, so I do.
So that's what's going to cover your personal property. The actual damage to your vehicle, that'd be comprehensive if you've got that on your vehicle.
Yeah, so let me get in.
Oh yeah, I work in insurance, guys.
Oh yeah, Nationwide over here. Nationwide is on our side. Let me get into a little bit of the specifics though. I had $5 bill in there that was stolen, and that's it. Like they didn't steal. I had a box, like a legit box. I'm gonna be shipping on Monday of like shoes I'm returning to Amazon, whatever respected seller. But they didn't steal that. They didn't steal a few things in my glove compartment, like cords, like iPhone cords and stuff. They didn't steal anything but the $5 bill that was like in my like I just used for like fast food on Friday nights or whatever. When I would get off work, I just had it in there.
This is in the same vein as when my car got broken into and they stole the GPS, but they didn't steal the charger or the thing that holds it up.
Yeah.
When Shelby had her car broken into, if I remember right, they left beer cans.
They left like trash in there.
Like all these car
weird.
thieves are so stupid 90% of the time. Like just leaving a mess in your car, even like that's just obvious.
All over my seat.
Or if they just sat in your car, just rummaged through it a little bit, stole the $5 bill, put everything back, you probably wouldn't have even realized that you didn't have the $5 anymore. You're like, oh, I probably used it when I was drunk last night.
Yeah, so I had to call my dad because I'd be like, Daddy, I don't know what to do. Do I call the cops? He's like, son, did you get anything stolen? No. Okay. Have a good day. Like, that's the bottom line. Like,
yeah.
And what's even scary about it is I leave my key in the ignition sometimes, and I did last night, and I know I locked it because I went to put something in from Lydia's car into my car, vice versa. Like I know I locked it 100%.
Damn.
So it's kind of crazy, and also there's streaks on my like driver's side window from like somebody using something in jack.
Jimmy, yeah.
And it's stupid. Like I don't get it. I park underneath a street light on Ingersoll here in Des Moines.
Okay.
Like,
Yeah,
how are you gonna break into a car on the street?
It's a pretty large road, like.
And there's always a car driving on it. It doesn't matter what time.
Oh yeah,
for sure.
Well, I don't know if you guys heard, like, there's been a lot of increase in, I think, just crime in general in Des Moines. Like, there's all the shootings on the east side. There was one, like, 5 houses down from me. I may be pulling this out of my ass, but as far as the carjacking, I think that's a lot of times just kids fucking around. And
Yeah,
they're gonna be idiots.
Totally.
Okay, last night after bar closed, I live right downtown. Obviously, I was a couple blocks away. I walk over, and well, actually, before I even walk over to 3rd Street, 3rd and Court, before I walk over to 3rd and Court, I heard these two girls talking, and they said that the police were telling them to move back and stuff, and that like some people got shot. And I was like, what are we, like, when did this happen? Like, just now.
On 3rd and Court?
So, yes, I come over to 3rd and Court, and the whole street is blocked off, and there's, like, 10 police cars, there's police standing all around, and there's, like, stuff on the street that they're blocking off, and I guess 2 people got shot last night.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
That's scary. On the way home, I dropped off Taylor, and I didn't even realize, like, I saw your snap, and I knew it had happened, and I was trying to find news, but there was
nothing out yet.
Nothing yet. But I was driving home, and I just drove past, like I normally would, to go on to court or whatever, and there was a cop car sitting there, but I didn't even put 2 and 2 together at the time, so I just drove around him, and then I was like, oh shit, that happened, and then as I drove by, I just saw all the crime scene tape and, like, all that stuff, like... It's crazy. That's the same area. It always happens right there, though.
So where is it at exactly? Like what's it?
The
what
legend
bar?
sign, like.
Oh, just
corner.
right here.
Yeah, right in front of the main entrance. Well, not
So, like,
the main entrance. The right next to the west entrance of that building with all the bars in it, the 3-story.
Yeah,
building.
Heroes, Jokers.
Yeah.
They've got the Exchange. Beer Can Alley's up there, right?
Yep.
Wait, is Beer Can Alley in the old Heroes then?
No.
Dude,
Okay.
everything cycles through that place so
Yeah,
much.
it's so hard to like keep track even.
No, Beer Can is where People's Court used to be.
Okay, good call.
There's apparently, I guess I've heard. I haven't actually listened to her speech or whatever, but the gun violence has been increasing enough in Des Moines that it was enough for Hillary to mention it in one of her speeches and whatnot. Like I said, there was that shooting. A few houses down from me a few months ago.
You're talking about her speech in Iowa about Iowa. Okay.
And there's recently the power went out on the east side in like an 8-block area, and as soon as it went out, I didn't have data on my phone or anything like that, so I just whipped out my Game Boy and my police radio.
Nice.
And,
What?
But
That's
as
crazy.
soon as I turn around, I hear something about shots fired. It was between like where I live and Brandon Paulson.
Okay.
And I guess this guy got shot in the chest and the shoulder. They weren't sure if he was alive, and they weren't sure if the shooter
Wow.
was still around. But
Dang.
they were like calling all available units and shit.
That's crazy. The scary part about this whole thing with the downtown and how this has happened, this is like the 3rd or 4th time I just like can recall it happening
Right.
within the past couple of years.
Yep.
It's like we were all out last night.
We were all at
there.
the Exchange,
So,
like
like, when-
for a few hours, and then we went to Barcadian. Like,
Yeah, and everybody's usually out till bar closed. So I mean, when you hear something like this, you're like, you instantly think, how many people did I see tonight? Were they out? Like, it was scary. Like,
Then there was a shooting about a year ago, last fall into wintertime, in the same area, really. It was more on court, but yeah, some guy got shot. And
It's
just
crazy.
right out there, just bar closed time.
because like any of our friends could have been like in the crossfire or just like out like
yeah,
scared.
wouldn't that be insane? Like that
It's
would be horrible.
Terrible.
And actually, 2 nights ago, I was out with Ian, and this is at bar close again. And,
Oh, is it you and Ian now?
yeah, and we were, you know how busy it gets when it's bar closed over on like 2nd and Court, and there's just like a huge crowd around a couple people, so instantly we're like sucked in, and there was like no cops around, and these 2 kids are just going at it, just straight up fist fight. This kid had his ass handed to him.
It was one-sided then. It was like
it was really one-sided. Then the police showed up maybe like a minute later, and they just left.
Think about how much damage somebody could do to you that's overwhelming you already in 60 seconds. Like somebody that's just already beating your ass.
Oh, the guy was just straight on top of him, just.
Oh my
Dude, I would be able
God.
to take anybody.
I think you got speed though, right? Maybe not endurance, but you got
I
speed.
usually carry a knife too.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
I don't have anything against that. You guys, I think that's actually a good like thing to touch base on real quick. Do you guys have anything against people carrying guns then?
Well, if you're going to be drinking, then yes, absolutely.
Okay, that's a good way to
People
put it. Yeah.
People
Yeah.
are dumb.
What about you, Dan?
I agree with that. I have no issue with people carrying guns.
I don't think it's a big deal as long as I don't know. Like, just be discreet about it. There's a reason why it should be,
I mean, it is almost sort of uncomfortable, but, like, in a sense, not. But yeah, if you're going to be, like, out drinking till 2 a.m., that's probably a bad idea, because who knows what your mental state of mind is.
A lot of establishments.
And that's honestly probably what happens with all of these shootings. Someone's drunk, they get pissed off, someone said the wrong thing, I'm going to bust a cut.
Yeah, got a gun.
I mean, a lot of the establishments, too, I mean, it is legal to have a firearm on you, but there are establishments that do have no firearms.
Right.
I don't know about bars.
Yeah,
I think it's obviously unspoken rule.
I'm
fairly certain there are laws about not being able to carry a loaded weapon with
while
you.
intoxicated. Yeah.
I think that it would be
under the influence
a lot less nerve-wracking, though, to know that someone's got a gun if there were, like, more requirements for someone to get a gun in the first place. Personally, I don't have any issue with people owning guns at all, but I don't think that they should just be handed out to anybody.
Yeah.
There should probably be some sort of background check, and I know there's the argument like, well, then they're gonna start taking away our knives and this and that. Let's be realistic here. Guns do a lot of damage really quickly.
Right. Yeah. So speaking of killing and violence and whatnot, did you get any killer deals on Black Friday?
How about you, Dan? Did you?
No, I did get monitors for my computer for music, just 15% off.
We can see them here in the studio. They're pretty gigantic.
And that was all I went to get. I really didn't want to, but I didn't think there'd be a better deal than that because it was a somewhat expensive item for me, at least.
Did you have a coupon or was it?
Yeah, a coupon for 15% off.
They didn't have
and then it turned out that you didn't even need the coupon, that everything that wasn't on sale in the store, which is what I was getting, was 15% off.
Okay.
So
you weren't going specifically for these monitors because they were on sale for Black Friday?
This is something I've been thinking of getting for a long time, and I just needed to get it. And I was like, whatever, I'll save 15%.
Yeah.
Sweet.
How about you, Nick? Did you?
No, I honestly have never went out for a Black Friday.
Oh man, that's like a huge tradition in my family. I grew up going, we used to get up at like 4 or 5 a.m. as like my family, like me and my 3 sisters, and my mom and dad would all go out super early the next morning, go out and get some sweet deals, and just, it was a huge part of it. And I've carried that over into like adulthood.
Right.
But I don't know, that's where I spend a little too much. Even like, it's always on myself, but.
Right.
This is the first Thanksgiving that I haven't worked in retail, for Black Friday.
Oh, interesting.
And just having worked at Target for 10 years, seeing all that shit,
Jesus.
I have never had any desire to go Black Friday shopping. I spent this one on my couch just going through my phone. I bought some pants and some, soap, I think.
Dude, it's so nice now. Like, I did almost all my shopping. I got Nick a few gifts. I got... Lydia, I got my sister, like all my sisters, all their gifts already, like just shopping on my phone.
I haven't done any Christmas shopping yet. And I know I'm screwing myself over.
Well, like, do you ever buy friends? Like, do you have that good friend, like Ian?
Oh no, I do go Christmas shopping. And
I know family, but I mean friends.
Oh yeah, just little gifts or cards or whatever.
Yeah.
But I know I'm just screwing myself over because I won't be doing it for probably another week. And then it's December.
Yeah.
And then it's just a madness.
It's already December.
Yeah. I'm always a procrastinator, but this year I did start a little bit early, so I've already got like 50% of my holiday shopping done.
I usually start in October.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not even
that's crazy.
around. Like,
I never go that early, but I mean, I just was lucky enough to have a check where I didn't have a lot of bills come up, so I was like, I can start my shopping there.
Yeah, totally.
But I was gonna ask, would you prefer Cyber Monday deals or whatever over?
It's always lower percentage off. It's never as awesome as Black Friday. It just isn't. It just bottom line isn't. Mm-hmm. I mean, it's not like the websites like Amazon where I do almost all my shopping are not participating in Black Friday. They're all part of that now. So yeah, they have way better deals on Black Friday. So
yeah, and that's what I was gonna say too. I noticed recently that it used to be specifically Cyber Monday, that was a huge thing. On that day only, you're going to get all these deals, but a lot of the sites I follow are just things I would be interested in, or just that whole week basically they're having deals all the time, so you don't really have to wait or do it on a specific day.
Another annoying aspect about this Black Friday is I didn't realize I'm only signed up for a few company email blasts or whatever. One of them's Express where I do some shopping, and they sent me an email every 6 hours from Thanksgiving till Black Friday about their 50% off everything in our store, everything online deal. It's like, dude, don't send me an email literally every 6 hours. Like, I have 6 emails from them. Just same email, but it's like a little bit different. It's like, oh, after you're done with the turkey, you know, come back to our store. You left some stuff in your cart. It's still 50% off. We're going till midnight instead.
Were you napping? We're still here.
Yeah, exactly. Did you take your nap after turkey? Like, God, that's annoying.
That's
dude.
crazy. That's a crazy deal, though. Actually, like if I would have known about that.
I mean, it's a good deal, but I don't know. I mean, it is a good deal. I'm not gonna lie. That's like, but like, their stuff costs a lot the way it is.
True. Yeah.
So I don't like do a lot of shopping there. Like that's kind of Lydia's thing still. Like more so, I should say.
Sure.
Dan, do you have any like traditions growing up or anything? Going with friends, like just going out and about on Black Friday, just creating some ruckus.
Back when I was younger. My grandparents still live over in the Twin Cities, which is right by Mall of America.
Right.
So, and they're really big into shopping and getting the best deals, as I feel like most grandparents are.
Yeah. They started in February.
Yeah, I've done the Mall of America Madness, I think at least once. And then that's when I was doing a lot of the Black Friday shopping with my family. I've never done it by myself or just with one other person. I've never been a fan. I don't really like crowds that big, especially when everyone's just so self-centered and just trying
crazy.
And just fucking insane.
Dude.
It really is.
For like 30-40% off of something, they're killing each other, like literally.
Yeah, there's a compilation video right here on the computer that we were kind of like briefly watching before this segment. It's like just people like legit fist fighting, smashing knuckles in the face, dude. Crazy.
So how bad was Mall of America when you went? Was it like...
I mean, it's as bad as everywhere else.
Yeah.
It wasn't like... I remember, I think, going there once, and it was so busy, like, ridiculously, so many people.
More people, but more space for them to occupy.
Basically.
I've only been to Mall of America once, and it was like on my 18th birthday. I went there to see a show. I saw like Miss May I or something, and went to Mall of America. And
I was probably at that show. Was it just Miss May or was there
was a few other bands?
Yeah, I was probably there. I remember seeing them in Minneapolis a few times.
Most likely, but anyway, and then we went gambling because you can gamble there when you're 18. So like it was a really cool birthday, but yeah, that was the first time I had been there. And it was just huge and insane and it's like intimidating. So I can't even imagine Black Friday. Probably like 100,000 people there, like just going at it. That'd be so intense. But I was gonna say that's cool because it's like tax free, right? So.
Is it tax free?
Yeah, I think it's.
I'm not sure if it's one of those states
I'm almost 100% sure. We'll look it up, but I think it's either tax free or it's like a really low percentage.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you're right.
Because
interesting.
If you do that and then on top of like deals, I could see why people go nuts. Because like that's why I was interested. Because like I went there and I went to like the van store and I bought a hat and they're like $10. I was like, what? Yeah, it's $10. Like no, it shouldn't be like 12 something.
10.60.
Like, no, it's $10. Like it blew my mind. I was like, what? I don't know. It's crazy.
Yeah, because there are states like that. And honestly, if you're going to get a big ticket item or just buy a lot of stuff in general, that makes a huge difference.
Dude, it adds up.
Builds up.
It adds up really quickly. It's insane.
Because when I went on Black Friday this year and had the 15% off, I mean, it basically just took off tax and a little bit more.
Right. Yeah.
Which I think is just stupid.
Right, it doesn't even do much for you in the end.
Well, yeah, because in Iowa, it's sales tax is 6%. So
7% if you're like in Ames or like other cities. Yeah, it's 7% in Iowa City, Ames, a few other areas.
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that.
Well, I pay a lot of taxes in Ames because I'm there like half the week. So like I'm buying some stuff. Sometimes I buy groceries there. I'm like, and like I get detergent and other things that actually are taxed. I'm like, what the hell? Like 7%. But you were talking about. Mall of America. I have like some fond memories going there, just like as a family like trip going to Mall of America, and like my parents were like out and about like on the other side of the mall, and they let my sister Chantel and I just run around, like gave us like $50. We got to just go buy whatever we want.
Best day
I got like tons of VHS. It was like 2001, so like give me a break. But like I got like Princess Mononoke, I got like 13 Ghosts, I got The Ring, I got like 8 VHSs for like $50, like some FYE like store or whatever, like like a used media or like used tape store. Like it was awesome.
I remember going there when I was younger with my family, and this is before they shut down all the Wizards of the Coast stores.
Oh,
and so I stumbled upon that store with my cousin, and we were like, whoa, what?
Dude, totally. I do remember that store. It's like,
Yeah.
they had every game. Like,
We split a booster box of Urza's Saga.
I actually know what story you're talking about.
yeah.
Actually.
Yeah.
Dude, Urza's Saga, we're
Throwback.
talking 2000 probably, 99. Crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like 15 years ago. When I was real little.
That's crazy.
But yeah, Black Friday and those fights, like, isn't it just stupid? Like, we were talking before the show, they're literally discounting crappy stuff. Like, in general, like, the big ticket, like, TVs, HD TVs, it's always like a
brands that you
brand.
would never really even buy.
Yeah.
to begin with.
Brands I didn't even
And then
think
you're
existed.
gonna, I mean, sure, you're gonna save like $100, $200, like on a $1,500 Samsung.
But in the long
like-
run, are you really saving money if it just breaks?
Yeah, for
True.
sure.
Exactly.
Well, that's where a lot of stores make their money. I remember at Target, we had to push the warranties or whatever, and they really didn't. I mean, certain items were covered. Like I remember I think it was the tablets had good coverage on their warranties, but like TVs and some of that shit, it basically had to have some defect in it as soon as you get it out of the box for them to be covered.
Yeah.
And those warranties, I mean, compared to like the TV, they're not that much. They were like $20-$30, something like that. But that's still an extra $20 or $30 that you just didn't need to spend.
Right, totally, yeah. I mean, it's easy to sell those warranties when, oh, wow, I feel awesome. I saved $300 on this crappy, like, off-brand TV.
Right.
So I guess I can spend $30 here on the warranty.
Yeah, sorry, Target, but really, fuck you.
You put your time, blood, sweat, and tears into that place. So,
you know,
yeah,
all the
you
ins and
can
outs.
speak your mind. I feel the same way about Come and Go here. Every once in a while, Dan and I will start chatting about Come and Go, and like I'll be like, dude, that was so messed up. Like they treated me like crap. Like on this holiday, I had to work so many hours, and I got time and a half. Whoop-de-doo. Or on this holiday, like Easter, no time and a half at all. No extra pay to work on Easter. Are you serious? Like,
Yeah, that's crazy.
any Bible-toting like owner of a company would like be like that's like a normal holiday. I feel like.
Yeah,
Should
I
be.
could fill up an entire episode with all the shit that's
Dude.
wrong with
Yeah. That's crazy that you say that because
That's
we
actually
always
funny.
yeah we always talk about how we love Target like on this show
Yeah,
compared
no,
to Walmart,
Just as far
Kmart,
as sure.
R.I.P. Kmart. There's no
as far
Kmart.
as, like, being a consumer, I still enjoy going to Target and everything, but as far as a corporation working there and everything like that, their business model and everything, it is terrible.
Yeah.
Okay. Good to know.
So bad.
Follow up on the whole Mall of America thing. There's no tax on clothing. So
Okay.
that's where I was getting that
Yeah,
from.
that makes sense.
And just like a fun fact I found, it would take you 86 hours if you spent only 10 minutes in every store in the mall.
86 hours.
It's insane.
That's over 3 days. Like
10 minutes in each store.
just 10 minutes.
Blows my mind.
Yeah,
I
you were
mean,
saying
what's always
intimidating.
crazy to me about Mall of America is that there's multiple stores that are the same store
No, yeah.
on
It just-
each floor.
Do you want to go to West Shoe Source or do you want to go to East Shoe Source?
Yeah,
Yeah.
what's up with that?
I mean,
'Cause
it's
it's so
because the
damn
mall's
big.
so damn big.
It's insane.
It's like what
Yeah, I
the
can see
heck?
that as far as a convenience factor. If you want to hit up certain stores in a certain area, but you also want to hit this one, you don't have to go clear across the...
I mean,
They should
this is
just
a
give
How many
everybody
food courts do
segways.
they have? Can you look that up?
Do
I
they
wanna-
have like some public transit system set up in the Mall of America? Like trails or some shit?
I mean, I wouldn't doubt it. Like, there's probably some people that need that. They can't walk too far.
It says 7 Yankee stadiums can fit inside the mall.
I wonder how many food courts there are.
I
There's
think there's
probably
one on every floor.
And how many floors are there? Like
4 or
three?
5.
Wow. 4 or 5.
Yeah,
I had this
there's
image
4,
from when I was a little kid. That was like the last time I was there. Like just it being endless when I looked up. I know that's not the case, but I just
Right.
Place,
Yeah.
I was a
When
little
you're-
kid and I was like, this place is huge.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I totally agree. I remember
insane.
like I said, I was walking with my sister and I feel like we went to every store, but we probably only like as kids, like 12 years old, 11, we only probably hit up like 1/4 of the stores.
Yeah, it's insane. So history was made this week with Adele's new album. Shaun, you've been talking it up a lot. This just sold an insane amount.
Yeah, so what did she beat? She's number 1 now for fastest selling albums in week 1.
Yep.
Probably gonna sell more than 1 million in week 2, which would be the first album ever. No one's ever sold 1 million in week 1 or plus, and then also hit that same mark 1 million plus in week 2.
That's just insane.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah.
I mean, from the number I found, and I'm not sure if this is 100% accurate, but it was 3,380,000.
Well, it is. Yeah, I think you're on the same article as me, or I might be on a different one. But yeah, Billboard reports, so it's 100%. Nielsen SoundScan also reporting that 3.38 million copies in week 1.
It's insane.
Who'd she beat? Who are some other top records?
So as far as I got like a top 10 list pulled up here, the number 2 was in 2000 NSYNC's No Strings Attached, which was 2.4 million.
Crazy.
So she eviscerated that thing. And then number 3 was another NSYNC album, so they had the top 2 spots for over 10 years, Celebrity. And then we got Eminem on the list, a couple Backstreet Boys albums, Britney Spears, 2 Taylor Swift albums. So she's 7 and 8 on this list, and yeah, Adele's 25 beat both of those.
Yeah, totally.
An insane amount of sales.
Interesting tidbit. I'm on that same page as you, I believe, with all these stats.
Yep.
Japan's number 1 album is actually was before Adele to hit, like an album that hit 3 million. That I'm looking at right here.
Mm-hmm.
Hikaru Utada Distance album 2001 hit 3 million. So she isn't the first person to hit 3 million worldwide. First person in the U.S. though.
Okay.
Also, first person in the U.S. to hit 3.38. Damn, that's crazy.
Okay. So yeah, looks like she's also on Canada's list, number 1 too.
So, have you guys actually listened to the album yet? What's up?
I haven't. Good job saying that, because I actually haven't listened to the full album. I've listened to like the singles. She did some SNL stuff, and I thought that wow, she sounds great. Like just straight up live, of course. But I haven't listened to the album because guess what? It wasn't on streaming until now. It's going to be on streaming this week. Yeah.
Oh, well, it's to give her all those first week sales.
Right, exactly. Yeah. And that's something that they're talking about. That's like a trend that's going to be carried over to other, top tier, platinum selling artists, because if you don't have it streaming, like you're gonna sell it to all the people that don't care about stealing it or don't even know how. Like so many people that bought her album like are all just like people that don't know what the heck they're doing. Like,
right. They don't even know what the internet is.
Day 1 they did sell 900,000 on iTunes alone though. So
that's just insane.
I gotta admit there are a lot of people that are listening to this that actually do know what the internet is. So
dude, that's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like I'm out of the loop with this whole Adele thing. I did not know she was this big.
Dude,
like,
21 sold insane amount too. Like, obviously it's not on the top 10 list that we were just chatting about, but yeah.
I just don't even know why she's this big. I don't really know anything about her.
She's got an amazing voice.
I mean, she's a good singer, but
it's super relatable topics.
3 million records.
It's about heartbreak. It's like, I don't know.
So is every other album ever.
I do agree with you on that. I feel like she's the type of artist to sell like 1 million albums first week and not be breaking this many records. I see the appeal, but I don't see how she is
found
so much better than all these other artists.
Yeah, she found this
essentially
like
have
niche.
the same form. Who essentially have the same formula.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. It doesn't make sense.
Do you guys think that it's that we're seeing all these record-breaking things just because of the talent or the people like this, or could it be because of like the fact that music and media in general is just more prolific with the internet and the instant access to information anywhere?
Yeah, I think that really helps a lot. Just being able to like instantly stream an album or catch it before it's released, or you get a physical copy. Physical copies are kind of almost null and void now. So I think just being able to just pick something up and listen to it, it helps with me a lot, because there's so much stuff I wouldn't listen to if I had to straight up buy it. I just wouldn't do it. But I pay for Apple Music, so I can give it a chance. If I don't like it,
100% not part of this 3.38 million that would buy this album.
No,
but I will like listen to a few of this, like half the album probably on Apple Music.
Yeah, I mean I might give it a try, but I don't think it's anything that I would ever be. Like,
I mean the singles like
in my car
Hello
on the way to work.
Yeah.
Did you listen to Hello at all? The first
I have
single?
Just from like memes and stuff, and I watched the video.
Oh yeah, there's tons of memes. Dude, do you guys think that she's actually gonna partner with Drake and do a Hotline Bling like remix? Because that's like rumored. They like Drake posted
that's an actual. It's not just rumored. It's an actual thing that's probably gonna happen.
Yeah, they posted like that cartoon of like Drake and Adele. Like,
Drake was quoted like saying he loves Adele and he would like do anything for her. So that's pretty cool.
I mean, just from a strategic standpoint.
Exactly.
He's
Yeah.
bigger.
Yeah.
than he is.
Hey everybody, look at me! I sold 580,000 records this year. Look at me.
No, it's smart as hell of him to do it. So yeah, I would have.
I mean, his album went platinum early this year. If you're
Her album went triple platinum in 1 week.
Insane.
More than triple. So isn't that like crazy to think about? Poor Drake. Like he was #1 album selling. He had the #1 record of the year until this, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like, and he also had that Drake and Future mix-up, or mashup, I should say. That sold like crazy amount too. Like,
and I don't think it went platinum, but it did sell a significant amount.
800,000, I think, is what it's at now, or something. I read it.
I should
about
revisit
an article.
that. I haven't revisited it since we talked about it and since it came out.
Not for me. Still
Yeah,
not for
I
me,
know.
but everyone likes that Future album. I don't know. I just can't get into Future.
Who I've been getting into recently,
DS2.
in the same vein as Future, is Young Thug.
Okay.
I've like slowly gone down this slippery slope of just rappers who don't pronunciate.
Yeah, you're gonna be listening to Jeezy soon and shit. Like.
And I've slowly gotten into a couple Young Thug tracks.
Yeah, and it's good. Like I don't know.
I mean, I like the beat. It's like a Future thing. It's like the beats complement the vocals really well.
Yeah.
And if you're drinking or something, it's just kind of it just fits.
the catchy thing. Yeah, that's kind of my thing too. I was always against like not listening to rap that doesn't have a message really, but I don't know. Recently, yeah, the beats have been catching my eye more, and I'm just like, oh well, I don't care as much. This is fun. Like okay.
Yeah.
But then I almost
It's like
feel
junk
dumb. Yeah, no, it is like junk food from a brain. But sometimes you need that. Like you can't think constantly. Can't just, I don't know.
Yeah, you can't be listening to Adele 24 hours a day, having these like deep revelations with yourself after a breakup.
Last week's #1 was, I think, One Direction. Oh no, it was Justin Bieber and then One Direction. What do you guys think about that? Justin Bieber didn't even break 1 million week 1. But nope, he like did 600 or 500,000 or something.
I mean, that's still ridiculous.
That's a lot. No, totally. Like that's more than Kendrick Lamar, who also had a huge record earlier this year. Yeah, so that's insane. Like, you're stupid to release any music like for the rest of the year.
Yeah.
Like
no, and a lot of people strategically do that. Didn't you say something about Kanye or something, like not wanting to release?
Yeah, I was like, it's like a rumor on the internet. It's like Kanye's like, I'm out this year. Like, there's no more like.
No, there's a rumor that came out this week actually about his new album Swish, and apparently it's gonna come. That's what it's called.
I know, it's so stupid. When he tweeted that out, I was actually like, I heard about it like through his actual Twitter, not like some article saying, "Oh, Kanye changed his album." Swish? Are you serious? Like, it's so weird though because like Swish is like associated with Nike, and he has this huge partnership with Adidas. So,
but the album is rumored to be coming out between January and March of 2016.
Okay. Actually, to that effect, then, do you think it's smart to release something early in the year, or do you think people plan to wait later in the year to see how the year goes, and then like, okay, I can drop my heat now, or maybe not?
Yeah, what do you think about people releasing
dates,
music early in the year now?
I don't know nearly enough about music, but I'm just thinking about like movies and TV. Like like in November, it's huge with TV. They call it sweeps, is when they come out with like a lot of new seasons of shows, their best stuff. As far as movies go, they around the beginning of each year is when like there's just terrible movies out. Shitty movies. You don't want to go out to the theaters. Then. They save up a lot of the better releases for
holidays,
summer blockbusters.
Well, there's that, and it's just right before the awards too.
Yeah, that makes sense.
They'll get in,
good call.
Well, yeah, I mean, the beginning of like the was the Academy Awards and the Oscars and stuff. There's like a specific season. I can't remember off the top of my head what it is. They'll start releasing movies and stuff. And then they get right in under the wire too up until the end. So I don't know if there's something similar like that with like the Grammys, where people are specifically trying to do that. But there's I know they've also got to factor in sales probably a little more than like TV would have to.
That makes sense. I think it's a thing. yeah, people would definitely like are conscious of the release and when
totally.
when
It's
they're
all marketing.
putting something out.
I mean, there's a reason why her album came out 1 week before Black Friday, because every mom and dad and grandma and grandpa and dog are going to be in Walmart on Black Friday, so might as well pick up Adele because they're going to have 18 different
Right.
kiosks of just Adele albums.
Oh, I know, right?
Also, her album cover is just like straight up her face, so it's super easy to just be
I want
walking.
all of her albums.
I think so. Yeah, but I mean, like, I'm just looking at this album cover, and it's like just her face. Like, it's not hard. Like, you're not gonna miss that. Just like seeing like a black and white, nice, awesome shot of her face.
It's everyone knows what she looks like more or less because she's so big.
Isn't that interesting though? She's not like this beautiful like goddess of like beauty like Taylor Swift or like
I think she's beautiful.
Sure. No. But I mean like she's not like a model. Like
I see what you're saying. She doesn't fit that like skinny, hot, young object.
Right.
I guess that's how they market a lot of those girls.
That's like a really big reason why I am all for her kicking ass and taking names because
you don't need to be some like mega thin supermodel.
Totally. Right. Yeah.
She definitely has a wonderful voice.
And like her main, and her main topics are like about like heartbreak, it's easy stuff to like that you can associate with, like you can like totally relate to, like all her stuff, like, but her album's called. What do you guys think about her last two albums or her two albums being 21? When she was 21, she recorded this and wrote these songs. Now 25, she's 25, recorded and wrote these songs.
There's some other artist that did that she was mimicking.
Oh, was that something?
Paying homage to.
I think it is kind of funny because I was just thinking like Future. Her album covers have been her face. Her albums have been numbers. So I'm just thinking like, is there going to be like a 46 and she's old as fuck? She's just all like crippled and shit. Like,
I mean,
Adele's still hot. 18,000 sold.
Yeah.
All right, so Alex, you're talking about some TV shows, things you've been watching.
Yeah, I haven't picked up anything new in a while, but I've been rewatching some stuff. Like, I just recently finished The Sopranos again for like the second time.
Favorite show of all time.
How many
Just gotta throw
seasons?
that out there. It's about what
6 seasons.
Yeah, 6. But like the 6th season is like a double. It's like 18 or 21 episodes.
Yeah, they split it into 2 parts. I remember that was a big deal. But yeah, it's a great show. It's interesting to watch these guys that are like clinging to traditional like mafia honor and code and all this stuff, trying to adjust to the 21st century with like dealing with their hatred of guys being gay or
homophobia is rampant in that community. Totally.
Yeah, and just like seeing them adjust to like new teenagers that are spoiled and shit, not just like you listen to your parents or you're some rebel greaser or something like that back in the 50s.
Yeah, just you bringing up The Sopranos makes me want to like watch the whole thing again because, like I said, #1 show of all time. I've seen Breaking Bad. I've seen the first season of True Detective. Dude, The Sopranos is still #1. Like, I just absolutely love it. And like you were saying, I think it's super interesting in that show. Like, I mean, they went from the writer that wrote the show, knew the ending before it ended. And like, he didn't have to like write a season and then go direct or go like produce a season, write a new season, like come up with new ideas. No, he, just like Breaking Bad, he knew like the start to end, what was going to happen. So I think that's how like best shows, best movies get written. Best series, I should say.
Yeah, that's really great because they've got a whole story arc in mind of these characters, the story obviously, and they don't just keep writing scenarios until it gets stale and they get canceled.
Right, exactly. Yeah. Or different themes. So this season, so-and-so is going to go and find this person. It's like Dexter. It kind of got played out. It kind of got old. Okay, you're going to kill a new guy every episode. We get it. Okay, like, and like each season, you're going to have a new bad guy that's like a super bad guy. Like, and we're going to end up rooting for Dexter, even though he's a murderer. Like, straight up is a murderer.
Mm-hmm.
Of murderers, but
I was actually going to mention Dexter as being like one of my favorites. Have you finished?
Yeah, so like I went into I remember like I see you have Time Hop, right? You guys know what Time Hop is, where you can like it's like a thing real quick, but like you can attach your like Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram to it, and it will go back in time. A year ago, on this day, you did this. 3 years ago, 5 years ago,
Really?
yeah. So you can like see how stupid you were, essentially. So like,
God, I remember like when I had Facebook and everything. Sometimes I would be like, "Oh, I'm just gonna rewind to what I was doing 2 years ago," and I was like, "God, delete this status.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
delete this picture."
yeah, I totally want to just delete this app though, because like I said, I see stuff that I posted 5 years ago on Facebook about Dexter, which is like why it's like
Sure.
fresh in my mind. Not like I've been watching Dexter and rewatching. It's definitely not a rewatch worthy show, in my opinion. No. I do like season 1 through 4, but like, come on, it fell off a cliff. The writer's strike ruined a lot of shows throughout that decade. Like Heroes got ruined,
I've just been
100%.
watching Heroes recently, and I was talking to
The
Colin about
new
that,
Heroes Reborn?
No, the old one, and about how a lot of stuff just wasn't the same when they came back after the strike and everything.
Right.
But what I was gonna say is, you had said that The Sopranos is your favorite show.
Yep.
I would still say my favorite is Breaking Bad. And I was just thinking of another little thing because we were talking about little things in Breaking Bad earlier, but like seeing sort of like the mirror or the arc that Walter describes in the first episode when he's talking about Chiral being like the same thing but mirrored, how he transitions from Walter pretending to be Heisenberg into Heisenberg pretending to be Walter, and
Perfect.
you see Jesse being this like petty criminal that kind of looks and stuff, turning into more of a good person, and you see Skylar, being kind of bitchy, rightfully so, with Walter, disappearing all the time and not telling her that he's got cancer and stuff. They're married, for fuck's sake. But
right.
then seeing her kind of try and get into it too, and then go back to like, no, this isn't okay. Just seeing how all the people just start to get mirrored over, and as the season progresses, and they change, but they're the same sort of still.
Expert writing,
Definitely.
100% in Breaking Bad. Nick, have you seen all of Breaking Bad now?
I have, yep.
Okay, and you've seen all of Breaking Bad, right, Dan? Okay.
Yeah, definitely one of those addicting shows that I couldn't
Yeah,
stop.
for sure. I wasn't sure if you guys
watched it.
had seen the whole thing, because you guys aren't chiming in as much, but
I did. I don't watch that much TV because it's such a time commitment. But when I started watching Breaking Bad, and by the time I was like in the second season, third season, it was like the only thing I did at night for like a week or two until I finished it.
Yeah, I watched it really late. After it was over, I think.
Same. I didn't watch it in real time.
Because like I would hear people at work talking about it every week. Did you watch Breaking Bad? Did you see what happened?
like the water cooler topic.
It was exactly that, and I finally it was like maybe a month after it had ended is when I started it, and I just watched it all in like a month. Great.
I powered through seasons 1 through 4 right before 5 came out, and then I was so hooked that I just started buying the episodes on iTunes.
Oh,
yeah.
Out. I was like, I gotta see how this ends.
Yeah.
The Wire, though, is also one of my shows that I enjoy more than The Sopranos. It's done by the same people that did The Sopranos and now Boardwalk Empire also.
Yep.
And you'll see a lot of those people helped work on Goodfellas, and then before that Godfather. So you see a lot of these same actors and writers and directors and stuff pop up throughout those.
Nice.
And a lot of the same themes and stuff like that. They love their dream sequences too.
Yeah, for sure.
Going back to Dexter really quickly, it was in the news recently that the director is thinking about doing kind of like a reboot or bringing it back because
Of course,
there's a lot of
you can't come up with a new idea.
No, I hate your hating.
I'm not hating, dude.
There's a
Dexter
lot of,
fell off a cliff. It was the writer's strike that ruined it. On top of the fact is, dude, it gets boring. Like I said,
boring.
dude, Time Hop. I was all about Dexter. You have no idea. It was like my number one show. But I'm not gonna give him a free pass. It did get old.
Okay, so for a few seasons there, yes, it wasn't the greatest, but the beginning and the end I think was great. And
you like the ending?
Wait, I was about to say I didn't finish watching all the seasons of Dexter because I started late, and then when I was still on the first season towards the end, I heard about the series finale and how disappointing it was, so I didn't even watch it after that.
Okay, well, it is. No spoilers, but
I heard what happens.
It's not a good ending.
I
guys. It's shoehorned.
Honestly, for what it's all about how else can it end.
Think about how Breaking Bad ended. Spoilers, skip ahead 30 seconds. Listener, this is your warning. Breaking Bad ends with Walter White, Heisenberg, dying, just like he should. He's a murderer. He's a horrible person. Dexter should have died.
And
you know that show is not going to end well for anybody.
Yeah, true.
Like that.
Yeah,
I agree with that. But maybe that's why they're bringing it back, because there are some unanswered questions.
So what were you saying then about...
Okay,
all right,
so
we're done spoiling.
So they're thinking about rebooting the show, basically, because there are some unanswered questions at the end of it. There are some things that they can keep going with, so, that's exciting for me, because I really did enjoy it.
I totally get what you're saying with the repetitive nature of shows, where it's like, oh, that's the same thing, like another killer. Like,
what other shows have the repetitive nature to the episode, like to that, like
sitcoms,
crappy sitcoms? That's what I was just gonna say, like, oh, Modern Family and like 2.5 Men. Oh, every episode, so and so loses Fido. Like, it's just like every episode thing.
Okay, so I will give you that because the whole series Dexter was based off of the first book.
Sure,
there was
like comic book,
10
right?
or 20 books.
Or graphic novel.
Yeah, there's a shit ton of books. The series was based off of the first book, and then it gained so much success that they just ran with it until, it flickered out. And then, in my opinion, they kind of redeemed themselves, even though I wasn't totally satisfied with the ending, of course. But, again, I'm glad they're bringing it back.
I'm going to push up my glasses here and be like, Buck was better.
But I'm glad that, I'm glad you mentioned it earlier about how the director of, like, I think you said The Sopranos had it all planned out before.
And Breaking Bad, totally.
So, and those are amazing shows, so that makes sense. Whereas, if you're doing something like this, or I think The Walking Dead was kind of the same, or is the same, where they are kind of just writing per show.
Yep, I will agree with that, yep.
And
they took a turn from the graphic novels a while ago.
Right.
I've got a couple things I want to say now, but when you said Walking Dead, it made me think of this interview that they did with Robert Kirkman on The Nerdist.
The writer of The Walking Dead, the creator.
Right. The guy that did the novels that wrote for them. And they're like, so what's your plan for like the zombie apocalypse? And he's like, this is gonna sound really boring, but I would just shoot myself and my family. I don't want to live through that shit. I've written that. That's awful.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I've been sort of keeping up on The Walking Dead. I don't know if you guys have it all.
Oh yeah, I'm up to this episode.
I haven't seen the very last one, and
okay.
I obviously
I'm not. I'm still like halfway through 5. So.
Okay, Walking Dead. Kind of what you're saying about Dexter. I mean, Walking Dead, I've seen more of than Dexter, but I did stop watching Walking Dead in the 3rd to 4th season because I'm the type, I don't watch in real time. I'll be binge watching essentially. I'll watch about like 3 or 4 episodes at a time.
Is that how you like to do TV then?
Yeah, but I don't really do it because that's why I'm like, it's a time commitment because for me it's not an hour every week. It's like 4 hours every night.
And you can get chunks of the story in at once. Like that hour is like, it's kind of like archaic.
Yeah. So and I started watching Breaking Bad after the whole series was done, which I really liked because I knew no matter what point, how many episodes I watched, there'd still be the ending available to watch. But yeah, back to Walking Dead. Since I binge watched it, all the episodes kind of have the same formula. I mean, there's like a person who dies every few episodes, but it's like, okay, they find a new location, they fight some zombies, and then they move to the new location,
they fight some zombies, to help out,
and it just got really stale for me.
Right.
And I think it wouldn't have been if I watched it in real time, and I only got an hour of it every week. But I mean, I watched like 4 hours of this show.
Yeah. No, I agree. I do kind of like binge watching almost more than watching in real time. Of course, there's positives and negatives to both, but if you're watching in real time, you're stuck for like a week. I want more, and I can't get it until next Tuesday or whatever. Whereas, when you're binge watching, you can just take in as much as you want. You know it's there.
Yeah, I love how Netflix is like bringing the whole season is out this Friday. Watch this whole season of this show. Oh, we have originals, and we're still gonna do the full season of this original. We're not gonna like, I don't know, like cookie crumb or like breadcrumb you along, like stupid. Like I'm so over that. Like I'm totally with you, Dan. I like to watch my shows like when I want to watch them, not wait a week. Oh, like I had stuff going on this week. I'm a little bit behind.
Right.
Just something real quick. While I'm thinking about it, if any of you guys have seen The Wire, or any of the listeners, in I think it's episode 1 or 2 of Jessica Jones. There's the guy that plays Detective Lester Freeman in The Wire. He's a detective in the show, and in The Wire he loves antiques, and then he's talking about antiques in that show. I thought that was funny.
Nice.
But you had talked about something being rebooted earlier.
Yep,
Nick,
Dexter,
and
I believe.
I don't know how you guys feel about reboots. I personally, for the most part, hate them.
Yeah.
I just hate the fact that they can't come up with original stuff. They're constantly coming out with like I'm gonna date myself here, but like the Dukes of Hazzard. They redid that. They redid Miami Vice. They're doing all these things because they want something familiar that people can relate to and they're comfortable with, because they think that their audiences for the most part are really dumb. And to be honest, like they're not entirely wrong.
No, yeah, it's completely true. Yeah, like the movie and TV business, billion-dollar industry. But yeah, for the most part, the last like 10, 15, 20 years, it's been saturated with reboots and remakes, whereas very few original content is being put out.
They don't want to take the financial risk of like,
will it be a flop? Will it be a
yeah.
success? Yeah.
You said you have a problem with reboots. I have a huge issue personally with sequels of movies because they're usually almost. I mean, this is a broad statement. They're usually almost never as good as the original, and they usually just ruin the original if they're that bad.
Everything has to be a franchise now.
Yeah,
they've got to like.
It's huge in video games. It's huge in video games to build a franchise. Every year we're gonna put out Call of Duty, Assassin's Creed, like all those active.
Look at the better graphics.
Yeah, slightly better graphics, not a good story. Yeah, totally. Like I think when you do that franchise thing, you dilute your product, you dilute your content.
But the majority of America eats that shit up.
Right. Totally. I mean, that's why they do it. They wouldn't do it if it didn't sell.
Yeah, there's another thing that I hate. There's like the whole like indie movie about two young kids that the font is all the same on it, cover, the title and shit. Are you guys into like Warcraft or anything? Have you guys ever played those games?
I used to back in the day.
I definitely. My dad was like going through like his storage closet where I keep like literally all my crap and junk and just useless like horrible stuff anyway, and he ended up finding my World of Warcraft like disc in the box, like brand new. I literally opened it and put it in my computer like once, maybe twice.
Nice.
So it's funny you say that.
Have you guys seen the trailer for the Warcraft movie?
Yes, it looks terrible.
I haven't. No way, dude. Everyone's been saying it looks amazing.
Terrible.
Everyone
Did you play the games though?
No, but just the acting in it and the story just. In my opinion, I like movies that don't follow the typical formula that everyone likes, where there's like the climax towards the end, and like there's one main character that's not really a main character that dies at the end. We're mainly talking about action movies right now, and it really looked like it just followed the same formula as any big, I'm trying to be a big blockbuster movie formula.
I'm trying to save the princess in the castle.
That's one of the things I was going to say is it looks like there's a lot of retcons in there, which retroactive continuity, meaning they've gone back after the fact and changed how the original story that they made it goes in this movie.
Okay.
It looks like you're right, Dan, that they're trying to make it follow, like, they're trying to push the Warcraft storyline into this, like, blockbuster formula, and, like, here, we'll make it good for...
Shouldn't necessarily fit that.
The original story of Warcraft was so awesome, I thought. I mean, just reading the books and playing the games and everything, I always enjoyed that growing up.
When I think of World of Warcraft, I think of World of Warcraft, and I think of just, like... playing with my friends. I don't ever think about like the actual story or like the storyline or so forth. I just think about like playing with my friends, like playing Diablo and like StarCraft is just all about playing with my friends. I never followed the story, so it's interesting to hear somebody that I know you followed up with all those Blizzard games, really loving the story.
Yeah, well, I mean it's definitely hit. I mean, despite how I feel that like it does kind of look bad, it just still like hits a certain part of my childhood where I'm like, oh my god, that's Gul'dan, that's Turritan, like, oh fuck.
Totally, yeah. Thank you for listening to episode 20 of the EZPZ podcast. I'm Shaun S. Johnson. You can find me at Shaun S. Johnson. Also, you can find the EZPZ at the EZPZ on Twitter and Instagram. Nick's over there on the admin on Instagram. And go to our YouTube channel, everybody, because I've been doing the EZPZ plays where I'm playing Fallout 4, recording almost every single minute I put into that game. Obviously, I'm not going to put in those like 15 minutes where I'm just literally cheating and like hitting, give me all your money, like the infinite caps glitch. But I take that out, and you can see me look like a fool and like be a horrible gamer out there on the EZPZ podcast or the EZPZ YouTube channel. Anyway, 2016 is going to be huge. We're trying to get guests every other show. So if you want to be part of the show, just hit up any of us. Most of the listeners know us by name. We have a few people out there actually in Brazil. What up, Brazil listeners? Thank you for listening every week. It's kind of cool. You get to see those statistics and like analytics. But anyway, Nick, where can they find you?
You can find me at BazookaXNick on Twitter and Instagram, and Nick Gandy Art on Facebook.
And you're about to post that what was it, like the white and black
the
or
Panthers?
Yeah,
I've been trying to get a good picture of it. Yeah, it's been shitty out.
yeah, for sure. So you're about to post that. You finally finished it. Sweet. Alex, where can they find you? Do you do
Yeah,
Twitter?
I'm on Facebook, and I've got a Twitter. I don't tweet that often, but it's Alex, or at Alex Marean. That last name is Mike Alpha Romeo Echo Alpha November.
Wow, he's done that before. That was like out of nowhere. I was like, whoa, okay.
Phonetic
Cool.
alphabet.
Yeah, hit me up, hit Nick up, hit Dan up out in the real world. We'll get to that in a second. Hit us up if you want to be on the show. I've already got a long list. I want to get a guest every other episode. Anyway, Dan, where can they find you?
Find me in the real world.
Stealth mode, what, Nick?
Drizzy?
Drizzy! Okay, Dan.